Hello there, people. Teymur Madjderey here, IceSoul.de. This is referring to a blog post you will find on www.icesoul.de. I'll link it up in the or below the video, in the descriptions also. As I wrote in the blog post, I visited the nürburgring Nordschleife, which is a quite famous racetrack around here. As I'm a big gearhead and I wanted to get back into motorsports and car photography, and I think it was a quite good beginning actually. I like the results, most of them anyway, but it's something you have to gain experience in, especially the motorsports part. Well, you know, with all the movement and capturing the movement in the right way to, you know, for the viewer to realize what, you know, how it felt, to get the right feeling over and everything. Problem here is if you do not control your camera completely manually, you most probably, and that's for DSLRs I would say, you won't get the proper settings to really, to really capture the motion. We started, I was there with a buddy of mine, Holger, who is at Holger, Holgr, on Twitter, and we both started with around something of 250th of a second, and tried to adjust everything around the shutter speed. I think I didn't go any higher than 250th of a second, at least not with the pictures that I like from the shoot yesterday. You have to keep it somehow low. You shouldn't try to freeze the action, because then it will look like the car is standing on the track, which is kind of a disappointing outcome, to be honest. I have a few of those. I might actually just put up for you guys to see the difference. We started out with being quite far away from the racetrack, and I shot with the 400mm lens I rented from Nikon, or lent from Nikon. It was quite a nice, experience, and it was fun shooting that way. The only downside to that is you have to really carry around that beast, and there's not too much of motion capturing with that, because you will have it fixed most of the time anyway, and you look straight at one part of the racetrack, like you can see on the picture now. And it is nice, and you can capture stuff well, but I don't know, at least at this time it didn't give me the satisfaction I was looking for. Differently though, when we changed positions on the racetrack and went to a place where we were much closer to the action, to the cars, it was really like 2 meters away, the track itself, the asphalt itself. I shot this picture you see right now, the Porsche Cayman, I think it is, Cayman S. And you can also see that it isn't tack sharp, but around the 13 and where the man from the Cayman S is, you see the car properly, and you see that it is a bit blurry, but I think it's still, I don't know, I like the feeling of the picture, and I like the agility and power it somehow transports. This though was taken with 1/100th of a second shutter speed, which was a bit too slow, and at that point the sun was just coming out, and I couldn't adjust the camera as fast as I wanted to, and I wanted to get the Cayman when it was going by, and it was basically very, very light, to be honest, with 1/100th of a second, and I had to bring it down a little bit in Lightroom afterwards, but that's the good thing about shooting in RAW. You still have a little bit of leverage, which you can, you know, pull things back or up, and yeah. And I don't know, I like the overall outcome of that picture. The next one was where the sun was disappearing behind the clouds again, and it's basically the same situation, although I got the car a bit sharper this time and in focus perfectly, actually around the 144. Yeah, the missing light kind of takes away a little bit of the drama, but yeah, nothing I yeah, don't like about this picture. Actually, I really like that one. One thing you really have to keep in mind when doing that is you have to basically be as fast with your lens going around as the car is driving by to get a tech sharp. Put it on continuous. If you have a high continuous on the camera, do that too. And you know, it's all the time just going like that and firing as many frames as you can. At least what I did yesterday. And for example, with this picture, the Porsche, you can see that it's not on the spot focused or sharp, but around the how do you say, the mirror on the driver's side, that is sharp. That is spot on actually, if you zoom in. But the rest of the car isn't. I'm not really sure why that is, but I don't know. For me, this is a nice picture also. I shot that at 250th of a second. It could have been a bit less in my opinion, but still very nice. And the next one, I just love that one. I think this is the best shot from the cars that I got from behind. And yeah, definitely let me know what you think about these two. I would really like some more opinions on them. With the next picture, this was really nice when we were really at the exit of the pit lane, and as the cars were coming out and shooting onto the training laps, we had a really nice, you know, position and were able to catch quite a few cool shots. And this especially is, you know, I got it right on spot when I was on my level. You can see the motion, you can see the wheels spinning, the background is blurred, and really like that one. Then very nice also is when two cars or more than one car is passing by you, and you just focus on the car in the background, or the car you're not really focusing on is going to be always more blurry than the other one, and that also is really nice effect, and how do you say, possibility to yeah, bring the movement over and show the movement as it is happening. Although with this shot, unfortunately, the Porsche is not as sharp or as focused as it could be. This one again, I really like the Porsche. The back of the Porsche is in focus, and I don't know, I really like the composition of this shot also. I'm not really sure if you always have to be like really zoomed in on the picture and or on the car and like really have nothing else on the car. I don't like, you know, a lot of the shots where the car is just somewhere frozen on the street, on the racetrack, or oftentimes even if you see the motion, it seems a little bit, I don't know, I like having like these dogfight style situations going on the racetrack. We didn't have too many of those yesterday, unfortunately, because it was just a few training sessions, and it all went on in about, I don't know, I think it was 2 hours. And but you know, you take what you get at that certain point, and we only had like, you know, most of the time the single cars passing by, and for that I like that, you know, you see the racetrack, you see the buildings in the background and everything, and you still see the car pretty well. This one also, same thing, different car, same position actually. This again, the Mini, you know, I'm not really sure if I really like it too much when you have the car like right on level all the time, especially actually with this it could be the problem that it is quite in the middle of the photo. I could actually take it and, you know, crop the picture a little bit to get a bit more to the side or something, but this is, yeah, I don't know. The Mini is sharp in the middle, it's, you know, the movement is completely visible, but yeah, not really sure. Give me the opinion on this one too, please. I would really like to hear what you think. And then we have the Audi R8 Le Mans, I think it's a Le Mans, I'm not really sure. And I somehow like the shots from behind quite a bit, actually. It's, I don't know, I would also like to hear your opinion on that, because I often see, and even with people that talked about that, or photographers talked about that, they mainly focus on getting the car from the front, which is nice, and obviously I like to do also, but with this shot in particular, I don't know, I just like the overall feeling. It would have been maybe nice to have more than 200 millimeters in that special situation to get a bit closer, and I already cropped this picture quite a bit actually, but yeah, I think this could be like, yeah, not the shot of the day, but the second best shot of the day in my opinion. So yeah, that's about it. I hope I didn't bore you too much, and please let me know what you think, and if you have any more tips besides controlling your shutter speed to be able to show movement, and you know, just going with the cars, and if you have special techniques, and even if you have like non handheld techniques that you could pass on, that would be really good to know. I was always wondering if you could actually take a Wembley hat, Wembley hat on your tripod, because it is, you know, it has a lot of room to go around and play, and seems to be fast enough for all those nature and avian photographers out there. So it might work for motorsports photography also. But if you have any experience in that, please let me know, and write in the comments, write in the Flickr site, or even post a video response to this. And yeah, have a great weekend, and see you soon. Bye bye.